Whispers in the margins, codes between the lines, typewriters in the shadows, ticking back in time. Invisible assistants, running covert schemes, building whole new worlds while we chase our dreams. We're agents in the pages, automation spies, sending secret signals through the starlit skies. Stories crackle open like a safe at night. Our missions are the chapters hidden in the light. Ink becomes encryption, paper turns to glass. Every prompt a password, slipping through the past. Circuits hum like footfalls on a midnight street. Manuscripts assemble perfect and discreet. Shadow pens are moving, the dossier's alive. Blueprints on the table, watch the novels thrive. Every plot's a puzzle, every twist a key, unlocking secret futures only writers see. We're agents in the pages, automation spies, sending secret signals through the starlit skies. Stories crackle open like a safe at night. Our missions are the chapters hidden in the light.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Good evening. I know she's purple. I was blonde this morning and now I'm purple. So fun fact, now that our meeting in New York is over, I get to go back to my colorful self. So that's what I decided to do. I used Brad Mondo's purple hair mask, so it makes me so happy. It's like my favorite. It like makes my eyes pop. So I think that's why I like the purple so much. And let's face it, life is short. Have fun. Do the purple hair. So yeah, another good reason to just like, I can do what I want. It's a good life. How is everyone doing? All right. So we have some exciting things to do tonight. Good. I'm glad you're here for the chai. I have a super sneaky thing to show you. Hold on. I'm gonna show it. What's that? Is that a sneak peek at the brand new Raptorite version 1? Why, yes. Yes, it is. From our very own Danny Swatik. And Carlo's been working on this, and Jen BB's been working on this, and Joe, like they're all in. It's not ready yet. But I just had to show you some prettiness of what this is kind of going to look like. And I'll give you like just a little titty taste. Okay. So you can go, you're back to your projects. Your projects are right there. You'll notice there's no word count there. I can click on the project and go back to it. Love that the font, you can pull it down and choose which one you want. I'm going to go with 18 because I'm partially blind. This system is really, really cool. So I went ahead and you have these model collections. It does use your open router key. So you have these model collections that Danny has built that they're absolutely amazing. I'm going to go ahead and use these premium writing model ones. So when you click on it, it'll have a bunch of them already in there. And this is where you set your parameters. And then your prompt library. I have Go. I have an MPE prompt library. But the prompts look very, very similar to what we already do. So I have my selected documents and before, and this is where you would choose my model collection here. I'm going to go ahead and choose that premium writing models. Basically, these are a bunch of like little lists, and I am going to go ahead and use, I thought I added Gemini, but maybe I did not. So I'll go ahead and use Sonnet 4.5 real fast. So I'm going to go ahead and update the prompt and save that. Now this isn't fully ready, so it's probably going to break on me. I'm going to add a quick document, and I'm going to say idea number 1, and I'll create that document. And you can see it right here, and then there's an untitled number 1. So I'm going to go into untitled number 1, and I'm going to say, give me 10 ideas for a disaster. Oh, he did not know that I was going to be showing it, and they're still working on it. So that's what I was trying to do, show the split screen. But you actually have the ability to bring in the bring in your documents side by side and pull it across and everything like that. So, hey Danny, did you just like push something and that's why it kicked me out? Yes. Why did it kick me out then? It kicked me out. Did you kick me out again? All right, I'm going back into it. Try it again here. Okay, so it's very small. So I'm going to make it bigger for you guys. And I will zoom in a little bit. Does that help? Yes. Yeah, little V1 hat. So here I'm going to be in untitled 1, and I'm going to go ahead and start typing, and I'm going to say, give me 10 ideas for a disaster romance, forced proximity, with a kick-ass heroine, but let's make it a romantasy twist and throw in some magic powers being discovered. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and to do my prompts, I can press my / key and I get my prompts. I'm just going to click go and click generate. And now it's generating. So it's going to go ahead and make me those 10 ideas. Don't worry, I'm going to show you split screen real fast. You're just getting a little taste. Yeah, there's both sessions. Oh, I must have linked the wrong one. So I click accept, and here's the cool thing. If I do a split view, and then I click on this next document here, I can't make this smaller quite yet. The left side quite yet. Then, if I like this Avalanche Awakening, I can grab this over here and just drag it over to that side. So you can be working side by side in 2 documents. And watch this. As you're working, you'll see that there's word counts. Let me see if it's big enough on your screen. There's word counts. If somebody wouldn't mind putting the other, I didn't know which link was which one. I'm sorry. I'm trying this. It's an experiment. I don't think I'm going to ever do it again. It gave it as a new option on, it gave it as a new option on, what is it called? StreamYard. And I thought that this was a good idea. On screen here is for the other session. Oh dear. I must have just really broke it. I see both of them at the same time. They're supposed to be connected, but I don't know what happened. So I'm seeing all of them. Oh, good. Plumstone is screaming. They need that split screen, please. And thank you. And this is all part of the free version of this program, by the way. This is going to be replacing the free version. But what's really cool is he has the word counts right there on the documents, right to the left there. You still have your toggles that you know and love, so that you can toggle them on into the prompts and stuff. I see things are running a little bit slow here because they're doing a lot of things on the back end, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick sneak peek. And just so you know, yes, of course, there is a dark mode, and you still have colors in dark mode. And then as you're moving the words over, it actually increases the word count on one and decreases it on the other. So you could actually be balancing out your chapters left and right. It's got some Scrivener inspiration here. So that's it. That's it. That is the little sneak peek that you get. Don't worry, Danny will be here in how do I make myself big again? There we go. Okay. Danny will be here in a few weeks when it's all ready for you guys. It is not ready. It is not ready. Not ready. Okay? Not ready. Don't think you're missing on it or anything like that, but give him a big hug and a kiss. Thanks. Absolutely exactly what Jen says. If y'all want to give at D Swatic a big hug and kiss of thanks, because he has been working on this for all of y'all, and we are so proud of him. We are so grateful to have him in the community and working on this. And there's a bunch of people who are in the accelerator who are testing this. Release date, December-ish. That's what you get. That's all you got. That's all you got. Listen, they're working on it. There are some bugs and things like that, and we are taking our time to make sure that we get it all correct, because the last thing we want to do is put this out to you guys and then it's not stable. So, oh, sorry, Roz. Okay. And then Plumstone is sending Danny hugs and kisses. So there you go, Danny. So yeah, Danny himself will be here when it's ready to release on a Friday night. It'll be released before the Friday. He'll be here on a special day to release it. And then we'll also talk about it on a Friday and all of that. So yay. Yeah, I'm so sorry about the YouTube thing, guys. I didn't know how this would work. It just gave me the option to broadcast to both phone and to YouTube. And I was like, well, I'll give this a shot, see how it is. So that's what we're doing. So, okay. What else? Oh, your notes for the evening. They are already in the chat and in the description on both videos. And I have notes for me. So, Rachel says that she has tested the new Raptorite and it's very, very cool. So please don't think that your FFA community or anything like, we are not sitting on our hands. We have been hard at work. This morning, if you check out this morning's live, I soft launched the Future Fiction Press website, so you can read for free all of the books that we are writing with AI. And we have Raptorite Plus, or not Raptorite Plus, that's the one that's already out. Raptorite V1 coming out hopefully sometime in December. And I shouldn't say anything. I'm not gonna say a whole lot, but I had a breakthrough last night. It's not ready. It's not going to be ready for a while, but I just want to let you know that last night I got some special prompting in an admin tool that I have to run a book that I sat and I read 100,000 words of it yesterday, and it was 100% AI written, and I enjoyed every minute of it. There was a little bit of repetition to it, but like I literally was like reading that thing and I could not stop. Like I got to chapter 10 and I was like, oh, I need it to make more. And I made it make more. And there are some people in FFA, FFP who have been able to read this thing. Now, did it follow the outline? No. It was very disobedient. It wrote the story that was not the story. Like, this was supposed to be a romance. There was not a single intimate scene at all. But the writing quality was so good. How good was it? I cared about every single character. It was messy. I was uncomfortable reading it. So it was the LLM I used was Claude 4.5, but I don't think that's the best one. After this live, I get to go test some other models. I chose the model I hate the most as my first test, just to see like where it was at. So the fact that that wrote a book that I could sit there and read, didn't finish the book because I ran out of context, but that's a whole nother story. This prompting is like heavy duty prompting. It is not lighthearted prompting. And in fact, there's parts of it that we're actually going to need to make special tooling for. So this is not going to be ready for probably months. But I'm going to say, if you can remember, like Easy Peasy Book Machine, the very, very first versions of it was March of 2024, February of 2024 into March of 2024. And then it was really released in November, and we had perfected it by that time. So it took a good couple of months. We can probably be a little bit faster this time. But it's not probably going to be ready for quite some time. So looking into 2026. But don't worry about that. That's all advanced stuff. Let's talk about why you came. There's 55 in the room right now. I'm going to say, please like me and subscribe. So go ahead and click the subscribe button, click the like button. It helps more people find this video. We're going to go ahead and get started talking about the ways that you can make 2026 easier. So let me know in the chat, how many of you have started to use AI in your daily life? How many of you are finding that you've gotten to the state of naturally picking up these AI tools and using them, not just for writing, but for the mundane? What do I mean by mundane? It can be anything from picking, like trying to choose a capsule wardrobe, to making flight arrangements, to Nadine is saying me. Mary is saying me. Let us know in the chat if you're comfortable sharing some of your favorite ways to use AI. We're going to go in depth about quite a few of them, and we're going to talk about them. And just so you know, this is going to start very beginner. That's okay. We all learn new things. Even I learned new things putting this whole presentation together. So, we're going to talk about perplexity tonight. Stephen Dillon says, use perplexity a lot for that. And Rachel says, looking up architects to build an ADU. Lynn says, I just asked how to fix my computer sound. Jess says, yeah, to organize my daily schedule. Nadine says she uses it for all of her books and her business and her ads and her website. And I give it my budget and what's on sale, and it does a really good job. Comet and Perplexity are my constant companions. Going to Ireland in April, used it for planning tours, etc. Meal planning, making life changes. Thanks, Prompt Plot. AI for print on demand is awesome. Thank you, Chris Chit Chat. That's a good idea. Been using Chatty for homeschool for years. And Mary says I need to study for a certification test for work, and the $300 study package I ordered were just 2 workbooks. They had answers in the back, but I haven't been to school in 40 years. I need more. I started asking chat to give me questions from the PFT certification test, and it's helping me. Awesome. Fantastic. I had it explain my CT results in plain language. Oh, when my mom was in the hospital, so many labs. That's how I knew it was cancer before they would finally even tell us it was cancer. I was like, yeah, this is usually cancer. So yeah, definitely ChatGPT. Don't use it as your doctor, but it's definitely a great aid for trying to decipher some of those things that are not words we use all the time. I gave it my speech I'm giving and had it make a workbook based on my speech. That's so cool, Danica. April says, Google AI Studio is what I use in my daytime to play around. Danny says he uses it to make a weekly dinner plan. And Susan says, use Notebook LM as a study tool. Lots of great ways to study with it. Okay, well, cool. That's the end of the presentation. Y'all know how to use it, so bye. Okay. If you just heard all of those and you were feeling left out, don't worry, we got you covered. Okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen and get ready. We're going to do some of these examples that you just saw in the chat. And I promise you, I shared the notes at the beginning, okay? So you'll notice that my notes already had some of these applications in there. We're going to do some of the basic things that you can do with these things just so that you can start learning. So please don't be afraid. You're not going to break anything. That's the rule number one. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen, and I will share the notes really fast. Maybe. Yes, AI, hot and shy. And then I'll go ahead and get the thing all squared away here correctly. Boop. All right, I'm going to hide the comments for just a few minutes here. Okay, so this is the link to the YouTube that we have here. We do have a link to our Black Friday deals are right here. And just so that you know, our Black Friday deals now through Cyber Monday, you can use BF25 to save 50% off of all standalone classes. And we have some cool bundles. If you're interested in any of that, that's the link right there. All right, let's talk about ways to use AI to make your life easier in 2026. While I was preparing for this presentation, I was working with Perplexity very quickly. And real fast, I'll show you the Discover for you. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get to the link that I had before. Perplexity's got this weird stuff that it does. Perplexity U. There we go. Okay, cool. Now I can share this one instead. So one of these things that popped up while I was preparing is in Perplexity. Perplexity has this tab that's for you when you sign into Perplexity. Perplexity is just like ChatGPT and just like Claude. All of them are about $20 a month. Perplexity is much more designed for research. And when I clicked on the Discover and then for you, of course, it brought me right to this. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you guys can read it a little bit better. And it's all about how OpenAI and Google are imposing strict usage limits on their AI tools this Thanksgiving weekend, making a shift from subsidizing free access to pushing users toward paid subscriptions as infrastructure costs spiral into the tens of billions. Let's talk about that for a second. We have had free AI for really since 2023. Yeah, 2022. November of 2022, ChatGPT drops. And ChatGPT has had a free version since that date. So there has been, this November marks 3 years that there has been free ChatGPT. There's really no excuse for someone saying, I didn't get to learn it. I wasn't able to, unless they're 3 years old. I'll give the toddlers a reprieve here. But for adults, these things have been available for free to use for a while. And, that's why I kept saying years ago, being afraid of it or just refusing to use it was not a plan. It's not a strategy. So I want you to expect that going into 2026, we are going to see these free opportunities dry up. Who else thinks that this is going to be a trend we're going to see in 2026 where it comes to AI? Which means you have a precious month or maybe a couple of months to really start honing your skills on these things that you have been sleeping on. Yep, people say, yep, exactly. Yeah, they have to keep the lights on. Exactly. Eventually, investors want returns for their money. So while we're here, I'm going to come back to the notes. Share this tab instead. I'm trying to remember to do the share this tab instead. So one of the easiest ways to use AI is $20. $20 out of your pocket every month. Pick one. ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Google AI Studios. I suggest that for 2026, you plan to be great at one and be good at one or two or more. I am really good at one of them. I am very, very, very good at ChatGPT. I'm okay at Claude and Perplexity and Google AI Studios. Here's a secret. Learning one of these really in depth, you can very easily use some of the other ones. So that way all of the protocols and all of the, standard procedures and things like that, are universal across these tools. They are starting to build kind of like standardizations in the sense that all of these tools are starting to connect to other tools that you have. All of these tools take files now. I remember back in the day when ChatGPT was the first one that could take files. I had early access to that. Made me feel so special. Then we saw, Claude able to take files. And then ChatGPT came out with projects and Claude came out with better projects. And it's just been this really great back and forth war between features. The feature war has not stopped. These companies are going to be moving into wearable AIs. ChatGPT, OpenAI has hinted at some cool new wearable device. So we're going to see AI even more and more and more in our tools that we use. So many of these now have desktop and phone apps. I recommend whichever one you're going to specialize in, make sure you go ahead and get that app on your phone, get the app on your desktop, like really get comfortable using it. Even for me, I just started using the OpenAI Atlas browser a few weeks ago when it came out. I'm still getting the hang of having AI in my browser. Like that's not a thing that I don't know. It just took me a little while to get used to it. So let's talk about this too. As I was prepping for this, for me personally, I use my chat app on my phone nonstop. It's my go-to brain. It's the one that I was using the longest. And so even though other things are probably better at being brains, ChatGPT is my go-to thing. Oh, Mary says she always forgets that she has it on her phone. What I had to do is I put it on my phone and I put it on my home screen. So it's right on the front. It's actually, I have a productivity tab. And when I open that up, I have Notion, Goodreads, or Good Notes. I'm sorry, Good Notes. My calculator, my notes, my ChatGPT, my Slack, and my Perplexity. I also have Perplexity on my phone too. So there you go. Put it on your devices that you use. Now, does that mean that it's going to listen to you? Yes. There's no real way around that though. So you might as well take advantage of it, in my opinion. Everything's listening to you. If you have any kind of devices in your house, any kind of smart TVs, your smartphone is listening to you nonstop. So I say, if they're going to listen to me, I'm going to use you as much as I can. Even Google Drive now has AI tools that help you catch up on the documents you haven't used in a while. So I signed into Google Drive getting ready for this presentation. And there was I'm just showing a screenshot of A Witch Comes to Pemberley. April and I haven't worked on that since October 19th. It's so sad. But there was a little catch up button right next to it. There was a little icon that said catch up. And me being a curious little cat, I clicked on it. And in the right-hand side, it opened up this Gemini thing that says, catch me up on this document. And it told me where the main takeaways are for the last 5 weeks. Let me show you what that looks like because I have it open right here. So here I am inside my ChatGPT or inside my Google Docs. And it had A Witch Comes to Pemberley right down here. And it has the catch up button right there. Right. Let me make sure I'm sharing this one right. Okay. So yeah, the little catch up button is just it's a little bubble next to it. And then it opened this on the right-hand side. This means you don't even have to know the prompting, people, for what you're trying to do. The old way to do this is that you would have had to take a document and upload it into your chat or something like that. When I say chat, I don't just mean ChatGPT. I also mean Claude. I also mean Perplexity. You'd have to put that document in there and then say, hey, read this document and tell me where this story got left off. These things are now being baked into the very software that we use as authors. So this is another reason why I'm authors who are trying to take a hard stance on this, take a breath, man, because it's all right there. And the truth of the matter is, if you click that button and you ask it to summarize for you where you are in that chapter, where you are in that book, you also can easily chat with it. Let me go ahead and see if I can make this, bigger over on the side. And I'll zoom in so you guys can see. And I'm going to say, give me 5 ideas for the next scene. I'm working right here with a Google Doc. And I don't have to copy and paste it. I didn't have to upload it. This functionality is being baked right into the very, very tooling that we have used for decades now with Google Docs. And this is because I have a subscription and everything like that. So it has S81, visits the old gallery and the Moonstone. Lady Catherine's family has been ignored after her letter arrives unannounced. Yeah, so these are not the best ones for this to come, honestly. It's like I could generate 5 scene ideas. No. Oh, I want ideas for the very next scene. Why is this crappy? And this is actually a good thing that I'm glad that this happened, because it's not a good result. These chapters are not chapters. Like in this story, Georgiana's dead. She cannot send a letter of gratitude. Elizabeth's not married. Like telling the bees of the new mistress. That's like S81, S82, and all of these things. The stewardship round, Anne's naming day. I don't know what's in this document. Oh, I think we have the outline in there. So it doesn't know to go to the next thing. I don't know. I'll have to go look at it. But most of the time, these little tools that are just built in, they're going to be using the fastest models. They're going to be using generic models. Let's see this create images. It's a nano banana. Give me a picture of Elizabeth meeting Darcy at night in her dreams. That's actually one of the, based on the scene in the book. Let's see what we get. So we'll let that simmer. This is the other thing that's weird about working in for 2026. A lot of times you click on something, you let the AI go do something, and then you're sitting and you're waiting for 2 or 3 minutes, maybe a minute. And it feels like it's slower, but quite frankly, the old way of doing this would have been to go like browse a stock photography site. And I don't know about you guys, but I've lost hours on a stock photography site. Anybody else lose hours on a stock photography site? Yeah. Back in the day, like, oh, I'm just looking for a book cover. I'll be quick. 2 hours later, I still have a pre-order that's due. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad it's not just me. Oh, nope, that's not it. I want it like that. Okay. So let's see what this image looks like. Not bad. I mean, it looks a little bit more like Georgiana Darcy, but it made me an image and it looks like a dream sequence. So I have that image. I don't know what I can do with it. Can you add that into the document? Let's see what it can do. Just a sec. I mean, this is just me being lazy because I could have just downloaded that, right-clicked and downloaded it and then uploaded it into the document. But I'm being lazy. I'm like, hey, what can the AI do? Can you just add that image to the document? Oh, done. Here's an image. That's not what I meant. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. Elizabeth. The writing is not real writing. I was like zoomed in, like maybe it actually put my book writing about it, which would have been, yeah, that's what I wanted it to do. Can you add that into the document? Oh boy. Okay. On that note, welcome to learning how limited these things are. But yeah, you could use that for marketing. Absolutely. Like I was working on this. Yeah. Rachel says, what did we say about clear prompting? And Mindy goes, literal instructions, and that's definitely what I get for being lazy. Yeah. and Jess is pointing out, you still have create an image selected. So here's how, practicing with these things, preferably before you go live with them, is what you should do. So this feels like malicious compliance of the flipping notebook instead of letting you actually input text. Yep. Select your document icon and you might be able to do it. So let's see. You guys caught it. Good job. So I'm going to go back over to here. I'm going to turn, I don't want that tool on. Sources aren't used with this tool. I don't want this tool anymore. Okay. Now I'm here. Okay. The first image into the document, a witch comes to Pemberley, in a new tab at the front, like a title page. Now let's see what it can do. Hopefully it's this image that it'll put it in and not the second image. And no, it cannot do that. It can tell me how to do it, but it can't do it. So there we go. So, this is what it means to play with this stuff, though. And this is going to make your 2026 a lot easier. Why? Because once you do it once and you mess it up, you're like, oh, it can't add images. Then I will, I can make the images, I can download them, and I can use them as my advertising and all of that. But you learn, and I could have said, hey, pick 5 scenes in there and make 5 images to go with those scenes. And it can do that. So these are only going to get better. Fast forward a year from now, that damn thing's probably going to be able for me to give it a novel, and I can say, hey, for each scene, make me an entire image and put it on a storyboard for me. Tell me I'm wrong that it won't be able to do that. I mean, these things just keep getting better and better and better. Just the fact that it can generate images from Nano Banana like that from a manuscript, that means you could take your finished manuscript and make some marketing background images that you could bring into Canva and add text to. That's amazing. Now I want to know, can it add text? That's another session. Okay. Nano Banana is another session. We have to move on. We're going to go back to our notes. So share this tab instead. Okay. So the point is that the superficial uses of these tools, these chat bots, is when you just use it to ask a question. Yes, you can have it make storyboards now. Joseph has had it make entire panels for graphic novels. Like, it does a lot of great things. But what I'm talking about is right now, for us to make storyboards, we have to use specialized tools. The audience I'm talking to tonight, this is about these tools being brought into our regular kind of tools that we're already using. So that is a tool that I just showed that's in your Google Drive right now if you enable it. Or if you sign up for a Google, like I have a Workspace account. A lot of people do. So there we go. And Charisma says, sometimes I'll push a little and say, are you sure you can't do that? It would help me for accessibility reasons. And sometimes it does it after that. That's a really good tip to share. Thank you. So yeah, start off asking questions, start off continuing conversations. Here's a document. What happens next? Use it for quick answers. Use it to brainstorm. The next level for 2026 is learning the tools that plug into your favorite chatbot. So for example, I'm showing that next. I have a lot of windows. Apologies. I tried to get as much of this set up ahead of time as I could. So we have, for example, in ChatGPT, you can plug in Canva and Google Calendar and all kinds of things. So we're going to do a couple of things really fast. I'm going to show you where this is. It's in your settings, and then it's apps and connectors at the bottom there. So we're going to do something with Instacart and Google Calendar real fast. So I'm coming over to my ChatGPT, and you'll see that it looks exactly like that screenshot that I took. What is a Workspace account? Google wants me to have one, but I can't figure out what the benefit is. That's a good question. I've had a Workspace account for years and years and years because I used to pipe my domain names through there. So it allows me to have my writer at elizabethannwest.com email as my Google email account. And that allows me to have a lot of different functionalities and stuff, Google Cloud services and things. I do pay monthly for it. I think it's like $12 now, but it has a lot of things that are built in. Okay, so settings, and so you go to your name on the left, you go to personalization, and then you go to apps and connectors, and it's right here for the enabled apps. I have some already enabled, Canva and Figma and GitHub. We're going to go ahead and connect my Instacart and my calendar. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Instacart. So I'm going to click my Instacart and I'm going to go ahead and connect. And I'm going to click continue. Read all of these things, okay? You are in control. ChatGPT always respects your training data preferences and is limited to permissions you explicitly set. Apps may introduce risk. ChatGPT is built to protect your data, but attackers may attempt to use ChatGPT to access your data in the app. So I would not recommend hooking up apps you do not use regularly. I use Instacart every week in order to have my groceries delivered, because it's one of the ways that I save time and energy, having an autoimmune disorder. And I tip well. I tip like a rock star. But if it's something, I also don't use Instacart. Like the account that I use to pay for Instacart is not the account that my bills come out of. It's a separate checking account. There's other ways that you can also protect yourself this way too. So I would not use an app that's not connected to a credit card or a separate account that can't therefore get, like, I wouldn't use something that just goes to like that's connected to my big mama checking account. I'm not hooking ChatGPT up to my electric company, okay? So hope that makes sense. So I'm going to click continue. And of course it wants me to log on. I'm pretty sure I use my Google credentials to do this. Hopefully this is right. If not, I'm going to have to do I think it is by password, actually. It's probably going to say no account found. Allow. Instacart is now connected. I don't know if that's my right Instacart. We're going to find out. Let me go open up my Instacart on my phone. Instacart. Settings. Oh, it is that email. Okay, so it's probably the right email, I think. So let's go see what we can do with this Instacart, right? So I have my Instacart connected. You can also disconnect it after you're done. That's another good tip to make it so that people can't just start using things. So now I want it to use my Instacart. So I'm in ChatGPT, and the way I get it to use my Instacart is I want to click on the plus sign and come down to more. And now I'll see Instacart on that little bottom. So now it's actually got Instacart on my chat here. And I'm going to say, can you make me a shopping list for this week based on the purchases of the last few weeks or last few times I've shopped? I am low and want to really focus on quick to eat foods and make sure I'm getting enough hydration. So I'm just asking it for, can it make me a shopping list for this week based on the purchases the last few times I've shopped? Got it. You're not asking to shop via Instacart. You want a shopping list so you can take to the store based on your patterns for the week. Here's a clear, no nonsense bag salad kits. Yes, I do get a lot of rotisserie chicken. I do not eat hard-boiled eggs. So wait a minute. It can make me a shopping list, or it can shop via Instacart. Oh, actually, wait. Can you use my last few orders? At Food Lion for tomorrow delivery. Delivery Saturday, November 29th at, say, 11 a.m. I'm like, wait. I can absolutely set this up. Before I can shop your list, Instacart requires one thing. You need to select the retailer inside. You already told me Food Lion. So all I have to do is, oh, Okay. So I'm going to go to Instacart and I'm going to click on Food Lion. So I've tapped that. I will pull up. So select the Food Lion in the widget and then say, okay, Food Lion is selected. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then, okay, please tap the Instacart widget below. Okay, you should see a button appear in your interface that lets you officially select Food Lion as your retailer. I did. I wonder if I have to be in my phone to do this. I'm here inside of Food Lion. Okay. I picked all of this. Done. Food Lion is selected in Instacart. Build it for me. These categories only. Option B. I do not eat eggs. Perfect. So it's going to use all of that. Build the cart. Option 1. I want what I usually get plus your recommendations. I'm in the one more thing. Oh my gosh. $3 to $4 each category. Got it. Before I place it, one final clarification. Oh my gosh. I could have done it myself at this point. 3. Great. One last thing. Oh my gosh. I am going to die. I am going to die. Build the Instacart to, or you rather you can tell me, just pick them for me. Yes, pick them for me. Can you do this? Perfect. Approved. I'm gonna like delete this order because it won't send the order until it'll only like set it up. And oh, finally, we're doing something. Finally, we are okay. Wait a minute. What? Did it seriously do all of that? All right, let's see what's going on here. I got watermelon chunks. It knows that. Green seedless grapes, sunflower crisp. That is my favorite. Plus 12 more. All natural chicken breast, rotisserie chicken, Frigo cheese heads, electrolyte. No. Trash that. I like Gatorade. No coconut water. Gross. No. All right, I'll give that one a try. I do like roasted red pepper. I do like that. I do love the oat. I do like the. Okay, I've never had that beef and broccoli frozen meat alternative. Citrus thing and El Monterey beef and I'm not mad at it. This would have been cool. I think if I did this more often, it would know exactly what I want. I would get the hang of it, and I could really just order my groceries from ChatGPT. So yeah, if it can do 15 minutes and I know exactly what I want and I can set up these categories, But here's what I've learned from this little thing here. And this is what 2026 is all about. I'll go ahead and put your comments on. I'm laughing at how much that took, but that was actually faster than me actually putting those things individually. Like if I browse through the store, it takes me a good 20 to 25 minutes. We were not on that thing for 25 minutes. Like I got it hooked up. I said what I needed. We apparently had some miscommunication about the categories we needed. I now will know for next time how to prompt it. And I'll just get into the hangout. Oh yeah, no driving time. No. Also, you don't buy extra stuff. I am horrible that when I go to the store, here's what happens. I say that my gatherer tendencies kick in, and suddenly I decide about 5 minutes in that I do not want to come to the store anytime again faster. Like again, anytime soon. So suddenly the quick trip of like, I'm just going to get 5 things. I now have a cart. I'm so bad that even when I tell myself like, I'm not going to get a cart, I won't get a cart because I'm just getting a few things. I'm that person who has so many things that the staff takes pity on me and brings me a cart. Okay. So using this, especially if you're someone who has dietary restrictions, like maybe you're trying to, not do a lot of sweets. And so you just want to order the same things over and over again. You're not even in the aisles to be tempted to put donuts in your cart. So Instacart can be a really great thing. And $60 these days plus the tip, that's cheaper than me and my daughter going out and eating at a restaurant for dinner. So even if I'm just impulse buying dinner and some things, really quickly, it's still handy and all of that. So I could see where I would make a project in my ChatGPT, get the hang of regularly ordering Instacart of like, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, use my regular shopping things to get the stuff I usually get or tell it the brands and all of that, what it needs. And I think that it could go ahead and shop it and make the app and order my Instacart. Now, let's go ahead and see what happens when I try to order this thing. Because I want you guys to see that stuff. So the cool thing is that this will not automatically order your food for you. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So even though it's got all of this stuff here, let me make sure here. I can, let's see, can you add, what is it? Fruit Punch Gatorade. I want to add that. And I also want some and craisins. Let's see if it can do those things. So it's thinking, connecting to the app. All set. Fruit Punch Gatorade is in the cart. I don't see Fruit Punch Gatorade in the cart. Where's the Fruit Punch Gatorade? Open an Instacart. Let's see what happens if I click Open Instacart. Share this tab instead. So I'm here and I have my shopping list, so I can take a look at it. Oh, my cart is there. So I could get it to just start my cart and then I can click continue shopping because you guys are seeing the share. And I can go to my shopping cart here. Oh, there is red Gatorade there. So it did add it at the bottom there. So, I mean, I could just use it to get my regular shopping cart started. That's actually cool. And then just add things to it. So that actually is a time saver. So I will say that I'm going to say that that's a win. Like that alone, using it with the apps that you already use. Now, since I'm not going to order with Instacart tonight or anything like that, I'm going to hop into my I'm going to follow my own advice, share my screen, and share my ChatGPT, which went somewhere here. Shopping list for the week. Yep, we'll share this. I'm going to close out of this. We don't need that. And I'm going to go ahead and click on my name. I'm going to go to personalization. I'm going to go to apps and connectors, and where it says Instacart, I'm actually going to disconnect it. So now nobody with ChatGPT, or if ChatGPT gets hacked, no one can start like just grabbing a bunch of my stuff, and it took it out. So it didn't catch the template. So there we go. So I showed you guys how you can connect it and how you can disconnect it. Now that's just the beginnings of what you can do. Coming back to your notes, share this tab instead. So we did the Instacart. I'm going to do the Google Calendar, and you can do it the same way that I just showed you, but I'm actually going to show you the next level, and that for the Google Calendar. And that's going to involve this thing called the AI browsers that are available. So AI browsers are this new thing that came about this year. They're kind of like the chat on steroids. And this is where if you have Windows or Android or Mac, you're going to want to use the comment browser from Perplexity. If you are using Mac only, you have the Atlas. I'm going to show you guys the Atlas because I have Atlas set up. So let me go ahead and show you Atlas. Nope, I want to share something else. Share screen, stop screen, share new screen. Share screen. Window, and it is going to be Atlas. Okay. So here is Atlas. Let me just make sure that I can see what I'm doing here. Okay. It's a little bit hard to see, but I'm going to zoom in for you guys. It's only temporarily that it's going to be ChatGPT. It's actually going to be available on everything. I know you can't see my calendar very, very well, but honestly, it's my personal. It's like my everything calendar. So it's all the classes. It's everything. I know, Elizabeth. Don't show personal information on the internet. That ship has sailed. So what I did here is that Atlas has this thing where you can actually go into what's called agent mode. So I'm going to zoom in really fast. Maybe not. Okay, I cannot zoom in. Why can I not zoom in? I don't know why I can't zoom in. So, but at any rate, you click the little plus button and it has you this agent mode. But I went into agent mode on this tab and I went to Google Calendar. So I have this little agent mode on the right-hand side. And it's very similar to what the Google Gemini thing was trying to do, except for this time, I said, I want to add a big note for the Elizabeth calendar that my mother has chemo December 3rd and mark it that day and the 4th. So I have that in mind before I make any plans. And it says, I can use your browser to add those reminder events directly to your Google Calendar. Would you like me to continue? I'm going to say continue. And now it's basically taking control of my computer and it's thinking. I can stop it at any time and I can take back control, but it's actually going to do the thing for me. So this thing, could I have done it really fast? Probably. But let's say you were saying, I want to put a writing session in every Thursday at 3:00 for the next 3 weeks. You could tell it to just do that, say go and go use the restroom and come back and everything's scheduled for you. It's kind of like having a virtual assistant. Now, it's going to be interesting if it understands that my Elizabeth calendar is the Elizabeth Ann West calendar. It may not. Starting to add and mark chemo note on Elizabeth's calendar for December 3rd and December 4th. So let's see what it does. This is really exciting. Not really. It's not doing anything. I'm going to click stop because that was taking way too long. I think because I set this up ahead of time, it was just kind of like stuck. So let me try this. I'm going to say on my Elizabeth Ann West calendar, please make an all-day note that my mother has chemo December 3rd and 4th. So I keep that in mind. I just want the day and the next day. So now it's adding all day notes for chemo on December 3rd and 4th to Elizabeth's calendar now. Okay. Planning the user's request. I'm going to add an all day note. I want to ensure this is done in a way that's clear and easy to spot so the user can remember. Let me double check everything before proceeding. Okay, well, it's gotten further this time. This was just, it crapped out the last time because I had it all set up, ready to go. And then it, like, you're going to lose your temporary memory if you do that. You're going to have to start over. Okay, at this point, AI, I could have done this myself, probably faster. And that's the thing. That's where, how do you make your life easier in 2026? You understand the things that are it's a good idea to use AI for, and you don't use AI for the things that you can do for yourself faster. If any of you guys have read Mel Robbins, I think it's Mel Robbins's work, the 5-second rule. Like, if you can just do it in 5 seconds, just do it. But for some of us, sometimes we get lost. You know, I might go, oh, I need to do an Instacart order. Let me go ahead and open ChatGPT and say, hey, start that Instacart order with this stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Let it go. I know it's just going to make the order and put it in my cart. And I'll get back to it later because I go back to what I'm working on. And then that way, once it's done, or I remember again that I was going to order groceries, it's already done for me. So it allows me to have multiple things going and everything. Okay, it did that. Okay, now it's navigating. That was really hard. It navigated really from November to December. Also on December 3rd, we have a work with Mel session at 8 a.m. in the morning. There's an accelerator Q&A live session at 9 a.m. Eastern. We have a staff meeting at noon on December 4th, which we'll have to move, I think. I'll click this once to move forward. Oh my gosh. Really? Okay, it's navigating. Oh, we got it December 3rd to the 4th. Okay. We did it. It got the right event ideas. It puts mom chemo. Says all day. Waiting for the event page to load. I'll check the details and finalize the event for the user. Okay, it clicked save. You can actually give it a list of like 6 or 7 appointments that you just needed to be added to the calendar for you. So you actually could use this as a VA. And there you go. I have now a whole thing on my calendar that marks December 3rd through 4th that my mom is having chemo, so that I will keep that in mind for those days. Nadine says we are close of Jarvis. Oh yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, I can do something even more advanced, and I can be like, great job. Can you make me a can you make a bunch of tasks on my tasks calendar for 10 chapters due each week that I will check off? And is there a way to make this a weekly task list? Oh, also, can you add typical chores to that task list? Like 2 loads of laundry, 2 loads of laundry, checkbox each day for meds, etc. Let's see if we can do that more complex methodology there. I mean, I gave it a lot of stuff. I'm thinking about how to set this up effectively, considering the weekly tasks, 10 chapters and regular chores like laundry, meds, making sure there's space for checkboxes. Let's explore how I can create a solid routine that's easy to follow and manage. Thanks, ChatGPT, because I'm not really good at this. It'll take me hours to go ahead and set it all up and make it all perfect. And also, I'm remembering I didn't take my medication today, so I'm taking care of that now. See, this is how we make, wow. This thing, okay, March 2021 writing. I don't think that's what we want. That doesn't seem right. Those are some old tasks. Create a master list of titles and start tasks for them. Wow, I made a list of tasks for that. Creating tasks for the user. Managing daily recurring tasks. Adding a new task. Okay. We really want every week. Okay, I like that. Correct option for the list. Since we want the task to repeat weekly, I'll select the week option corresponding. Time to click the lock. Google Tasks involve cross-domain usage, but we're only creating the tasks without sending anything. Okay. Oh. It's putting it on Monday. Okay. Now what? With Friday now unchecked. Now I need to finalize the settings by done, which will save the recurrence details. I need to finish editing. Writing 10 chapters by pressing enter and finalize it. Okay. It seems the first task is still in editing mode. I'll press enter, didn't commit the change. Nope, you're good. I think you're getting in a loop, but that's okay. Two loads of laundry. Edited or committed. Okay. You are clicking all over the place. this little robot is doing some crazy things. It moved the cursor all the way to the right. Okay, now it's moving the cursor up to the top. By clicking outside might be it looks like the new task row might not be accessible. Oh, 2 loads of laundry. Again, that should repeat every week. Let's see if it figures that out. I have to say, it's got these little like sparkly lights that are going on in the corners. I like that vibe. I do kind of feel like I have my own little personal Jarvis working, even if it's a very slow little Jarvis, but it's working. Okay, let's see if it's smart enough to be like, Friday should be laundry day. Nope, it put it on Monday. Okay. I guess I'm doing everything on Mondays. Maybe I check for the last week. Here's to checking that checkbox. Oh, it added my meds. Okay, so this is daily meds. Let's see if it puts that on every day. It should be every day. Okay. It put 10 chapters on every day of the week. Maybe it's just for the week. Everything is saved correctly. It's now clicking. Okay, it's done. So now I can go. Wow, it just put that on my March 2021 writing task lists. Probably should have put that on my main list, but you know, I didn't tell it to do that, so that's on me. I might be able to just click on these and change which list they're on. Okay, maybe I can't. Okay, go back. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that there. You get the idea. This thing just kind of does its stuff. And yeah, Rachel says, can you ask it to log into your emails and unsubscribe from businesses you haven't purchased anything from the last 6 months? Probably. That is probably coming. yeah, Monday is not a good day for housework. Okay, so there's a few more things that I wanted to show. And that was a big part of it, but we are at 9:10. So the whole point of it was just to show you guys that, let me get the comments back up here. There's a lot that AI can do for you as a business owner. It can also make you schedules and all kinds of things. One of my favorite ways to use it for my brain. I'm gonna be vulnerable here for a second. For those of you who don't know, I've got like my mom ill. We had the back-to-back travel with Vegas and PRH in New York, and we had different things going on and all of this. And the other night, I just was like, my heart's racing, and I can't think. It just kind of became my little life coach for a minute. It was like, okay, Elizabeth, you have a lot on your shoulders. You've been doing a lot. You should not feel like a failure. Like, you can just like pour whatever is frustrating you, and it will gave back to me like ideas of like what I had to do. It's like, you need to clear your schedule. You need to just like walk, take care of you today. You can just set it aside. And it's so crazy that I'm trusting an inanimate object to help me on that. But I've had people in my life who will do that too, but this is going to sound really sad. My pride is more intact if I ask the robot. My pride is more intact if I ask the robot. And if the robot says, oh, yeah, you should just tell the people in your life that you need a day off, it's like, well, the robot told me. There's a natural human inclination that we love to shirk responsibility. You know, it's great if some outside entity, you know, can say, yeah, the robot is not emotionally entwined with you, with me. I don't want to impose. Exactly. So it's like a safe space. Now, how safe is it? Am I going to confess to it my deepest, darkest secrets? No. Although I don't really confess any of my deepest, darkest secrets to anybody. I put those in a book. But so be mindful of the things that you're sticking in there. But I do actually have a project in there that is just all of my symptoms, which is great because when I had something happen last year, or actually today, this is a good example of today. I'm having some hallucination problems. Like, I'm waking up in the middle of the night. I punched my laundry basket the other night. I thought it was a demon trying to eat me. This is really funny. Apparently, I was still asleep. I sat cross-legged. I punched the laundry basket down, realized it was closed, then took the clothes out, started folding the clothes. I remember this because I was in my dream state when I was doing it, and then I kind of like really woke up once I was folding the clothes. And so I also told it today, like I was seeing like movement out of the corner of my eyes a couple of times today. It's really freaky. And I'm like, is this related to stress and not sleeping? And it's like, yeah, this is not sleeping. And I'm like, oh, by the way, I haven't been on my CPAP machine for like months. And it's like, get back on your CPAP machine. That's exactly why. And it was like, you tell me right now, why are you not on your CPAP machine? What's the block? Like, is it insurance? Like, it was there to problem solve with me. And I was like, it's not clean. It's like, okay, you do not need to do. Yeah, I know it's a sleep disorder. It's because I'm not sleeping. It's because I'm waking. I'm oxygen starving my brain. Yeah, trust me. I have a sleep doctor. But yes, get back to your machine, right? But I told it cleaning. I couldn't clean it. And it was like, this is the little bit that you have to do. Just like run some water through that hose. It has to sit out for an hour, rinse this off, clean the mask, and you're done. And for whatever reason, the AI was also able to get me over. So I was like, oh, the AI said I have to do this thing. So I quickly like cleaned my hose. It's all sitting there dry, ready for me to use it tonight. So I'll be able to tell you tomorrow when we meet at 5:00 if I use my CPAP machine and if I had the best night of sleep of my life. Yes, it is. These are all these things. And by the way, I did not have the sleep. Well, that's not entirely true. I've had night terrors and stuff like that since I was a kid. So I'm sharing these things that are really kind of embarrassing, but to show you that AI can make your life easier just in taking care of yourself. Just in taking care of yourself. Having it help you grocery shop. Having it help you, take care of your health. having it help you do better nutrition, make better choices on that, having it help you going ahead and scheduling time. The little bit of scheduling stuff I showed you, it actually is way more complicated than that. You could have it come up with a whole plan and then take that plan and say, okay, go schedule it into my Google Calendar, and it can start doing that for you. These are things that they're little cuts that can really hurt us when we're trying to do deep work, which interestingly enough is the subject of tomorrow's live session at 5:00. So hopefully, did anybody learn something new? I know a lot of you are like very advanced people and all of that, but did anyone see anything kind of interesting or new that they hadn't seen before that these little robots can do? And right now, Google Atlas is free to use. And I believe the Perplexity one is free to use as well. This is another one of those moments where this is early to use the free browsers. Take advantage of it because you'll learn from it. Okay, good. It wasn't just the I really like the calendar, but I think it needs to get a little bit more refined before I'd use it. Yeah, Instacart. I didn't know that that's what it was. Good job. April Floyd says, I need to have the robots order up my vittles. So yeah, there's lots of cool things that you can do with these little things. How much can you do with them? I literally use the deep research stuff, those applications. Oh, there was one other application of Atlas I meant to show you. Hold on. My bad. Okay. So I'm still in the Atlas browser, and no, I'm not in the Atlas browser. Where's my Atlas browser? There's my Atlas browser. Okay. There was something else that I was working on right here. This is another thing that it can do. I want to know more about the latest F1 romances or contemporary fiction that released on Amazon in the last 6 months. It worked for about a minute, and it said I found several notable F1 themed May to November 2025. It just made me all of my stuff for me to go and look this up for. I didn't understand contemporary fiction. Contemporary fiction was kind of weird. I didn't realize no. I want books that have to do with F1. Fiction, romances, etc. I don't want any of the biographies. Can you add a link for each? So I'm making it do my research work. Now, the reason I'm pointing this out is because you're going to see a lot of products come on the market in the next couple of months as we are moving into early majority of AI usage. There's a lot of people who are going to take advantage. Let me get my face on here a little bit. There's a lot of people. Oh, what happened here? Oh, it's doing its thing. It went into agent mode. Okay. We're moving into early majority mode, or early majority time of AI, which means more and more tools are going to be accepted. But as we all know, that there's a lot of tools that are going to be not. People are going to be charging $50, $100, $200 for these custom marketing reports and all of that. And I'm showing you right here how these tools can just make it for you with the free version or the $20 version. All you have to do is say, hey, I want the thing. And some of these products and stuff that are coming out on the market, especially targeted for authors, they're really nothing better than you just running the prompts yourself. So unless someone's guaranteeing you that they personally went through the things, there's a good chance that you could have just done it yourself for faster and for cheaper. Mac is always the cool kid. Y'all should just get on Macs. I only use Mac, but that's just me personally. So what it's doing right now is it went ahead and made oh, it already did the thing. And it gave me the links directly. Hold on a minute here. Let me back to ChatGPT. Okay, there we go. It went ahead and found the 4 most recent ones and March 11th and it's got pole position, the mastermind, ride with me for the thrill of it all, and not so fast. And I can click on any of these. Afterglow books by Harlequin, Karen Booth, a not so fast, spicy enemies to lovers Formula One romance. And it'll tell you why these books, exactly what they want there, and then all of the tabs. It didn't tell me the tropes or anything like that, but I could ask for it. I could be like, okay, great. Use those books and create for me a visually striking marketing plan for if I was planning to write in this genre in regards to what length the books should be, what tropes they need to hit, etc. Any information for a publisher to go into this space with 3 books. So I'm just telling you what the task is, and let's see what it comes up with. I really want to zoom. Oh, now I can zoom in. Oh, that's much better. You guys can see it a lot better now, right? Now, what I'm doing in Atlas, you can do inside of ChatGPT if you just turn on the internet tooling. So slides. Hello, Elizabeth Ann. Let's get started creating. Apparently, it's creating slide content. Oh my gosh, is my ChatGPT going to force me to go to a meeting and watch a slideshow? Because that's hilarious. He thought he could leave the corporate by being by yourself, and your AI is going to force you into a meeting with slides. I'm not doing any of this, by the way. My hands are up here, just so you can see. This is not me. It is making me a slideshow. I'm sorry. This is just as funny as when it's like, can you put the image in the document? And oh my gosh. F1 romance series marketing plan. You guys, this is hilarious, right? Am I the only one finding this absolutely hilarious? Oh my gosh, I'm like waiting with bated breath for I did ask for visually arresting. High octane love stories on the racetrack. It's a subtitle. Eldon, I'm in the same. I'm dead. I am dead. Overachiever. It's making you a whole ass slideshow. It really is. I can't wait to see this beautiful presentation. If it starts making me charts, quick change into a blazer. Oh, I can't read that. It's going to lose brownie points for that. I'm not going to make it fix it. We'll just fix it so we can read what it wrote. A meeting that could have been an email. Yes, you thought you were going to escape the meetings, and then the AIs came, and they were like, meetings, I've got your meetings. This is right up there with the fine-tune, when we were teaching fine-tunes, and I was watching OpenAI first explain about fine-tunes to their developer group. And the first person who was like, I'm going to fine-tune it on my writing, and he took all the Slack writing, all the Slack messages, and he probably, because it was the easiest thing that he could like click and get a CSV of or something, put it in there. And he asked it, he trained it on his writing, and he was like, okay, write me a blog post. And it was like, I'll do that tomorrow. And it's like, no, I want you to do it now. And it was like, okay. And then it did nothing because it was just following what it said. I'm a little disappointed there's not pictures. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a very boring slideshow. Oh, we're on conclusions and next steps. So apparently it's done with its thing, perhaps. Oh, back to ChatGPT. Oh, it was like, feel free to view or share this slide deck, or it's ready for use. Oh, it made me a Google Doc. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, open that link. Okay, here we go. Beautify this slide. Yeah. What does this do? Oh, now Google's going to get into the mix on it. Apparently Gemini thought my slides were ugly, so it gave me the option to beautify the slide. Let me get Dasha in here. Dasha, come on. Come on, honey. Hurry. Mama's making a slideshow. You got to come. Okay, now you're coming in. You guys. Yeah, insert it as a new slide. There we go. I feel like we are going to have some AI slide wars coming soon to a Zoom room near you. I have to say, I'm not mad about this. Just to explain what happened. ChatGPT made me the slideshow. Google came in and was like, bitch, that thing's ugly. Can I pretty your slide for you? And then it did it. It literally made it prettier. Let's see what it's going to do for the next one. I don't even know. This is nuts. Okay, so we have that one, and let's go on this one. Let's beautify this slide. Why not? So, because I can't even read that writing. They made it the wrong colors. So let's see what it does. High octane. But here's the thing. If I was to show this to someone, they would think like I spent a lot of time on this. It looks like a romance F1 series marketing plan thing. Like, oh, I made this just for you. Oh, marketing overview. Yeah, let's go ahead and insert that as a new slide. There we go. Market overview and genre trends. So let me show you what ChatGPT gave. So I'll make it the right color so you guys can see it because I can't see it. Okay. This says growing demand for sports romances that blend high-speed racing with emotional stakes, and it tells what book. Recent success show readers enjoy F1-themed romances with 288 to 448 page lengths. Readers expect glamorous international circuits, behind-the-scenes F1 culture, and strong character arcs. Aim for 300 to 450 pages, 80 to 100K to deliver immersive but fast-paced stories. And this is the pretty one. Oh, wait, I clicked on the wrong thing. I wanted to click over here. This is the pretty one. Well, we're going to get the whole thing. Yep, beautify that slide. And then we're going to go to the next slide. Oh, we can only do one slide at a time. Oh, I accidentally am going to do the same slide. Dagnabbit. Well, okay, we'll get that done. And then we'll see a second version of that one. Why not? Yeah, beauty takes time. Absolutely. I like the pretty icons. Jay says, I'm totally taking a K-Linux report and making myself a presentation. Grumpy's like, I'm not mad at this. Yeah, it doesn't replace them. That's actually probably good so you don't accidentally lose your original. Oh, we could hack this to make storyboards. Like you could just have your story beats as I could say like, hey, make me an outline now, make that a slideshow, and then go into Google and be like, beautify. I like to hack things that I should not. It literally made like the exact same thing. So, okay, we'll go to this one. Beautify this slide. And then I'll remember to go to slide 7. So we'll move this slide out of the way. Yep. It's making, okay, add as a new slide. There we go. And now this one needs to be beautified. And then we'll move it up. And then we'll have our slideshow, and that will be the end of tonight's presentation. Unexpected presentation. Also, these things could be used, and then you can take the slideshows and you can turn them into videos. This makes it really easy to turn this into a video if you just wanted to do visuals and things like that. Ah, so you guys like the way that I hack things. I hack them. I hack them. Alrighty, let's see what we got for the beautifying of that one. Atlas. Market overview and genres. Did I just remake the same one? No. Insert as a new slide. Okay, so it's slightly different. All right, beautify that slide. That's the in conclusion slide. And we'll stick that up at the top. And then we will have our slideshow. I'm going to let anyone with the link have a copy to our amazing slideshow. So this is going to go on the notes. We'll insert it as a new slide, and it's in the wrong order. There we go. Okay. So here we go. Let me go ahead and go to, we're going to probably come out of Atlas, I think. Maybe not. We'll, I'm in Chrome for this one. So here you go. Here is, so if your life is better with slideshows, there is your link that you may have. And I will also put it in your notes for today. We made a slideshow. There we go. And everybody has the link to it. All right. Are we ready for the epic slideshow? I mean, epic slideshow. I'm going to hide the comments. Full screen slideshow. Yes, I will hide myself. And here we go. We're going to start off with the slideshow. Oh, are you guys, hopefully you guys are seeing it full screen. Let me. Did it go full screen when I went to the thing? Yes, no, maybe so. Nope, slideshow. Okay, so this is the boring one that ChatGPT made us. Enemies to lovers, the market overview and trends, the marketing launch strategy, and the conclusion and next steps. This is what Google said. Let me help you, sweetie, and let me beautify your slides. So we have the high octane love stories. I'm going to pause for just a second and check the chat and make sure you guys are actually seeing this as I'm going through it, or if it's like not doing that. So give me 1 second. It says click edit. Okay, it doesn't show fully. Okay, got it. I got it. I can do this. I can remove this. I know how to remove, add a new link, stop screen. Let me go to Google. I figured it would show better in Google. Because, you know, let's see if oh, we'll just share the entire screen. Okay, so you guys can see this, and now I can come here and I can share. Nope, I don't want that one. Done. Slideshow. Now do you guys see the whole thing? You guys can't actually tell me. Can somebody text me, April or somebody? Can you text me or tell me and message me in Discord that you guys can see the whole thing now that I'm sharing my whole screen? Did that work? Okay, yes. Okay, good. Okay. Back. Oh gosh. So, oh no, we are in the vortex of hell. I'm sorry. Oh dear. How do I get back to the thing? Wrong one, Elizabeth. Go to this one. Okay, we're back at the slides. I'm just going to move on. So this was the crappy one that ChatGPT did. that it's just like the basics. And this is great. You just need that information. But if you're fancy and you want an easier 2026, you can make a pretty one. This is very pretty to me. Like, they even made the Gears hearts, guys, down here. There's like cute little hearts. And the car's pretty decent. They have the halo and the air intake. I mean, it actually almost looks like a car of 2026 because it's a little bit smaller. But yeah. And then it's got this nice, this couple on the racetrack. I'm impressed with this high octane love stories on the racetrack. Growing demand for sports romance that blends high-speed racing with emotional stakes. So we've got a checkered flag with a heart. Recent successes. It says what books that it tells me exactly what size pages I should have. We have a stack of books with a speedometer, some kind of speedometer meter here. Aim for 300 to 450 pages, 80K to 100K to deliver immersive but fast-paced stories. We have a quill with a book and some gears. And then readers expect glamorous international circuits, behind-the-scenes F1 culture, and strong character arcs. And we have this road and a globe and a little point. Going to the next one, market overview and genre trends. Growing demand. These are the same things. This is the exact same slide. I accidentally did the same slide, so sorry about that. Marketing and launch strategy. Release timing. Planned trilogy release schedule. Stagger 3 books across the F1 season. Start a season, mid-season break, final races. Visuals and positioning. Leverage book talk and Instagram with behind-the-scenes content, trope teasers, and character art. Offer advanced reader copies to romance influencers and motorsport bloggers for early buzz. Cross-promote with F1 events and fan communities. Run giveaways timed with Grand Prix weekends. Emphasize tropes, enemies to lovers, rivals to lovers, fake dating, and blurbs to hook readers. Conclusion. Finalize the 3 books story arcs, leveraging key tropes. Engage early with fan communities. Target 320 to 400 pages each. Prepare marketing assets, cover art, teasers well ahead of release. Thank you for coming to my slideshow. Oh boy. Oh boy. Applause. Amazing. No notes. Hold on. We have that. Hold on. We have sound effects. There we go. There you go. Slideshow. Well, this was an absolute ridiculous day in the AI sphere in terms of what we did and how weird it is. It can make your life easier in 2026. I know this wasn't a typical video of like, here's my top 5 tips, and I will read from the slideshow and I will give you perfect notes. That's not how we do it here. The whole point of this is to be fun and to laugh and like, it's silly. Get in there, get silly with it, play with it. Because your time for using these tools for free or for really low cost is limited. Right now, Atlas is free. I made that whole slideshow for free. So, hello, Harper. Welcome. The slides were hilarious. I've been looking for ways to get the AI to like explain the story to me better. And I kind of like the idea of turning it into a slideshow and then like make me 5 premises and make me some slideshows so I can start to look at it. Yeah. The future is slideshows and snacks. Absolutely. I am here for it. And here's the thing. The more you use these tools for writing and author tools, the better they'll be at doing those things. Because every time something happens and it's not exactly the way that they wanted it, if you thumbs it down, they notice that. They pay attention to that. How do you think we got Claude to finally write good fiction? We complained. Claude 2.1 couldn't write fiction at all. And we had to say, hey, you forgot about us. These newer thinking models, if you want them to do a really good job with your thinking and all that, tell them it's a complex problem so that they're using not all of their cancer curing energies, but that same level of thought, and it doesn't just skim the surface for you. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be talking about deep work with AI. There's 51 of you here. Please like the video if you can. Also, there's in your notes, there's lots of great sales for our Black Friday sale, which I believe ends next week. You can save 50% off of any of our standalone classes, and we have a couple of bundles that are, we're calling them double bundles. The stuff got put into the bundle half price, and then you can take another 50% off of that. So you can get the stack of classes for effectively 25% off of their regular price. There's some really great classes. If you like some of the things that we did here, there's some classes that in our thing about using Google LLM. Perplexity has a deep class on there from just like last month from Stacy. That's a really great one. There's also some ones about using these for your series brains from Mikello from this past month. There's what other classes are great. Harper's got a great outlining one for romance. There's so many great standalone classes, and we're going to be bringing more of those to you. If you're not sure what you should study, just join the accelerator. Like, then you get to hang out with all of us cool kids. Literally, because we're all about to go to the lab Zoom room in 2 minutes and go have an after party. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight. And let me know if you guys have an idea, like for future YouTube ideas or videos. We're going to be doing a lot more instructional YouTube videos and more standalone classes, so that the YouTubes are reaching all authors all over the world, because time's a tick-a-tocking. Our advantage is here, but who knows how long it's going to last. All right, I will give you guys a song to leave out on, and I will see you guys all in the lab room for the after party. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Bye. Oh, I got to pick a song first. I don't know. Maybe we'll do this one.
Yeah. Shining model drops, and the chatter never really stops. People worried how to stay ahead, but we've been moving through shifting sand since the first story left our hands. Changes the beat we already tread. We're not chasing perfect, we're chasing what's new. We push, we play, we shape the tools to what we do. We bend, we build again. Oh, that's the power running through this crew of friends. A little spark in the tools we use, it's true, but the North Star still me, still you. So try the wild prompt, follow that sharp idea. We're wired for our golden era. We bend, we build again. Some folks swear the rules are carved in stone, but every update proves that myth's long gone. A sideways thought, a twist they miss. That's where the breakthroughs start to form. Right in the center of a creative storm. Follow the spark, you can't resist. So take a breath and trust your restless, brilliant mind. You're not falling behind, you're right in the fault lines. We bend, we build again. Reinvention is the way that writers win. New models, new tricks, new sparks in the code, but you still choose the road. So try the whole proof, follow that sharp idea. We're wired for reinvention. This is our golden era. We bend, we build again. Yeah. Lean into the tension, ride every axis. Let the tools surprise you. Break old practice. No fear of the future. Yeah, you are the future. Hit generate, hit retry. Watch what you can do. We bend, we build again. This moment is ours, we know how to adapt. We've done it before and we're not looking back. Try the wild prompt, trust that bright idea. We're automated authors, this is our golden era. We build
All right, everyone. Yes, I was jamming out. I make these songs for all of us, but also for me. Like, it has to be a song that I would jam to. So, big heart for everybody who stayed till the very end. Love you. You're the best. It's not getting the hearts. There we go. I think that song deserves a music video, just like the Future Writes in Ink and Code. There's just like so many good things in there. Like, try that wild prompt. Bend and build again. Like, nothing breaks you. None of this breaks you. And so tomorrow at 5:00, we're really going to talk about cognitive load and how working with AI can help alleviate some of that so you can get way more done than you even thought that you could. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. Bye. Oh, I have to end the stream again.